I'm Mike Gosselaar. I work for CR22. I'm a mechanic, the parts guy, the engine guy. Kind of just have a small team and we try to spread it out and we do a bunch of work. I always wanted to be a factory mechanic, and I got the opportunity to work for Team Honda back in '94. I was working at our local track, LACR, and Dave Arnold, who was the team manager, was racing a night race, and we were sitting on the line. He goes, "Hey, we could use you." And then he brought me down to the race shop, and that was all it took, looking around at Honda's facility there. It was an eye-opener. I mean, you know, having worked at a motorcycle shop and then working at the Highway Patrol, you know, running our own shop there, walking into Honda and just seeing their parts room. And I remember Dan Bentley, who was Jeff Stan's mechanic at the time, he was the only one working there. Everybody was in Japan. And I remember him taking all the plastic off of Stan's bike and just throwing it in the trash. I'm like, "You're throwing that away?" He goes, "Yeah, we put new stuff on every week." I go, "What? You put new plastic on every week?" I was kind of in shock, you know. Like I say, looking at their parts room, I was like, "Yeah, I think I could work here." You knew once he'd get me down there that it was over. I took a 1-year leave of absence from my regular job and never went back. Walking in there, I didn't really realize, you know, a lot of people see us working here and they just think we have a dirt bike. We just show up and we go racing, but there's so much involved, you know, and so many changes, little changes we do that the average person would never even think would make a difference. And that's the kind of stuff that's invaluable when you're on a big race team. I was working for Ricky Carmichael at the time. I had shown his dad that I was using this filter oil from No-Toil, and he was doing it the old-fashioned way, gasoline, soap and water. And I said, "Watch this." I threw it in the sink, put hot water on it, and pulled it out, and it was clean. And he was instantly sold on it, you know. I was like, "You need to get me some." We had no experience with somebody like Ricky using it because he's so hard on the throttle. Kind of worried maybe pulling dirt through the filter, but unofficially, Ricky used that stuff at his house for quite a few years. For me, it's like a no-brainer. I mean, gasoline's dangerous, you know. Put it in hot water, put the solution in there, and it comes out clean. I mean, the technology that's in these bikes, why wouldn't you use a product like No-Toil to take care of your expensive product and make life easier on yourself? When it's easy to clean a filter, you end up doing it more, and it ends up saving you a lot of money in the long run by doing a little preventive maintenance on your motorcycle, and you just can't beat the product. I'm Mike Gosselaar, and this is No-Toil 2018.